Alrighty guys, hello. Welcome to my Stardew Valley playthrough. Um, Honestly, I just wanted an excuse to play this game, and frankly, I never really did any recordings of my Stardew playthroughs before, so, I thought this was a good opportunity to kind of get back into this game and also to kind of record it at the same time. This is also like a pretty good video for all my friends and family who I play with, because they're constantly asking me how do I progress so fast in this game. But I never really told them. I just tell them, like, don't worry about it. But I guess this is finally the video they can watch to kind of expose myself to them about how I make so much money while they're still in the dirt. But I'm not gonna lie, Stardew Valley is one of those games that you just constantly come back to. It's kind of like a old school RuneScape. It's a game where you can easily play and then leave and then come back 3 or 2 years later and still enjoy the game. So I've been feeling a little bit of the Stardew itch, so here we are. This is the video that I'm gonna make on my playthrough. I don't know how far we're gonna go, but maybe we'll see if these videos do really great. We'll just go all the way, because I've never achieved perfection in all my Stardew hours. I have at least 800 hours in this game so far, which I know is like plebeian to all the actual Stardew players out there, but again, I love this game very much, and I won't sing its praise any more than I have to because everyone else has already done that. But alright, that's enough jibber jabber, and let's get straight into the game. I have already created the world just so that it just speeds up everything. I do have a couple mods on, but these are just kind of visual mods. I did it mainly because it's still 100% vanilla, but I just did a little bit animations and recoloring most of the time, and probably I think I did also portrait animations for for all the characters. So it's still vanilla Stardew. It's just that I added some mods to kind of make the game more beautiful and kind of to give a different representation of the game. Besides those, I think the one other mod or two other mods that I have is the biggest cheat mod I think I have is the inventory mod, where I can just press one button and all the stuff goes into all the chests. You can clearly see it with this icon right here, but I ain't gonna lie, Stardew Valley should have this mod as the basis because it's just so good. I'm not gonna dig through all the other stuff to put all my stuff away. It's just too good. I'm sorry. I had to put that mod in. It was kind of a non-negotiable. Other than that, I think I did put the look up everything just so that I don't have to pull up the wiki, because even though I have 800 hours in this game, I do not know every single moment of every single character where they are. But other than that, in terms of actual game settings, I did remix bundles along with the remix mind, so we will see what we get in those options as we continue the game. But I believe I kind of covered it all. Sorry for the long intro, but that's kind of the gist of this playthrough. And like I said before, let's just get straight into it. And the farm we picked is the Hilltop farm, which is kind of ironic because this was the first farm I actually started with when I played Stardew Valley. So I thought it was kind of a good return to form kind of farm type to come to. So yeah, I remember playing on this farm, I think for my first time, not really knowing anything about the game. So yes, I know there's an animation cancel stuff, but again, this is kind of a casual playthrough. I don't want to be doing that. Oh, I say casual, but I think casual is put that in big quotation marks. I think it's the right way to put it. But I'm not going to use that. It's fine. I'll take the extra time to do this. But alrighty, so first things first, as always, we're going to plant our parsnips. So let's get to that. Again, you can kind of see some of the mods I have in right now, like the Earthly Recolor. Kind of just give the game a little bit more color difference from the original. But again, this game is 100% vanilla, except for, again, like I said before, the inventory cheat mod. Not really cheat, just for organization. Okay, so let's do our plant our parsnips. Okay. So the biggest thing I remember about this farm that's an inconvenience is going to redo your watering can, because the river is quite far from where we are. But that's kind of like the only inconvenience I remember of this mod. I do know that they have borders. I like how I keep saying mod. I mean the farm type. Sorry. But alrighty, so let's make a chest. Put stuff away. This is the one thing I always tell my friends and family when I play this game. Put literally everything away except like 1 or 2 things that you need. Especially when you have a small inventory. That way you have so much more slots and stuff. And for me, I always carry a hoe around in case there are anything you have to dig up. Because again, those are the things that you can kind of notice. So these are kind of just some tips and tricks that I tell my friends and family the moment they start playing. And now we're going to do something that maybe is a little bit exploitive, but this is the way I've always done it. So there's this quest that says, to greet everyone. For this quest, we're not gonna find people. We're just gonna wait till the festival, and then you can just talk to all the people there, and that will complete this quest. But what's kind of cool about the beginning of Stardew is that because we only met 2 people, so this will be Mary Lewis and Robin. Because we only met 2 people, when we do the daily quests at the right next to Pierre, it means those 2 people, or the people that we've talked to, are more likely to give us daily quests. Therefore, we can kind of exploit this. So again, it's a casual playthrough, guys, quote unquote casual, but this is what I usually do if I'm playing by myself. When you play multiplayer, it doesn't work because everyone talks to every NPC, and the moment they talk to a different NPC, they obviously have a percentage of getting the daily quest. So in this instance, we are going to just talk to Caroline as our 3rd person and leave it at that. That way, Caroline has an increased chance to give us a quest, and we can get her friendship up first. And again, the main reason you want to do that is because her 2 heart event gives you access to tea saplings, which you can sell for a lot of money. Not as much because it got nerfed from 500 to 250, but again, 250 is still good enough, and we can kind of keep a little bit too on the farm when the last week of the month comes, and we can get some tea saplings too. I mean actual tea. So let's do that. Alrighty, so we are gonna buy some more seeds from Pierre. What I have found is that the best plant to do besides for community center is to do parsnips. So you buy 1 of each vegetable or fruit or whatever Pierre has. But for me, for springtime, I found that if I just spam parsnips, I feel like I get a lot more money. So we're just going to do that. So again, like I said, we're going to buy 1 of every item, and I kind of passed over it, but you saw me talking to Caroline above, and only her. I'm not going to talk to anyone else. We might have the flower bundle, because again, it's on remix, so I'll grab that. But the rest of my money is gonna go straight into parsnips, because again, they take the shortest amount of time to get ready, and they, in my opinion, I feel like they give me more money, and then we can use all that money for the strawberries during the egg festival as well. So that's the plan. But again, we have all these items, or these fruits and vegetables. We're gonna plant them. I got the blue jazz just in case we get the flower bundle, but we will see. We won't know until the community center unlocks itself. And also, if my friends and family who are watching this, and I guess you people who are new to me, if you didn't know, something cool about Stardew Valley is that if you only plant the original 15 parsnips that they give you, the crows will not spawn. However, if you go and buy more, like I just did now crows have a chance to spawn and eat your crops. So that is why in the beginning of Stardew it's kind of nice to you and doesn't tell you this information, but if you only kept the 15 parsnips planted, no crows will spawn. However, if you go buy more like I just did, crows will now spawn and try to eat your crops. So we just gotta pray that they hit only the parsnips, because I only bought one of every single plant. And so if it hits anything other than that, then I'm kind of screwed. But, you know, we'll kind of deal with that. I'm not so try-hardy with Stardew that I know what every single plant seed looks like. Like, some people can look at, like, these plants and stuff and be like, oh, this is a parsnip, this is a pumpkin. As you can clearly see, I don't know that. But I do have that mod that tells me what each plant is, which is pretty nice. Okay, so we're almost out of energy. So what I like to do now is I like to just wander around and forage. I'm actually going to take my scythe with me just so I can clear some debris or grass and waste no energy. But essentially now we just kind of forage for the rest of the day. It's only 12, but again, we only want to talk to Caroline, no one else. So hopefully she gives us a quest. And also, if I find a dandelion, I can quickly give that to her because that is one of her liked items. And while we're also at it, we can also try to romance the quickest NPC in the game. That's gonna be your. I didn't actually mean to break all those, but oh well, it's late. We will romance Haley. So the reason why Haley holds basically one of the fastest marriage candidates is because her birthday is in spring. So if you keep a quality dandelion, you can eventually just give it to her on her birthday, and we all know that if you give a very liked item or loved item to them on their birthday, they get a lot of hearts right away. So essentially we're gonna just try to use that to our advantage. And the reason why I also want to get married sooner is because in the early game you're always running out of energy. So if she can, you know, sometimes water the crops for you, that is a big plus, because that means I no longer need to waste my energy to water the crops. And wow, there are no forageables up here. That is misery. So we just wasted like 2 hours. Thanks, game. Appreciate you. And now here comes the hard part. I do not remember how to navigate to the bottom, so this will be interesting. Because I do remember there's Thompsons being in the way, so I don't remember exactly the path, but I think this is correct. Looks like it. Oh, I did not bring my. Oh no. Oh no. I did not bring my pickaxe. Okay, we somehow made it work, but getting back is gonna be a pain. That's okay. But yeah, essentially this is kind of the first day for me that I always end up doing. I kind of look around, buy more crops, plant more crops, use all my energy, and then essentially now I just kind of forage and hope for the best, that I get the items that I want. And again, it's all RNG on the quests for the 3 characters, so I just pray that one of them is Caroline and that I have the item in question, because that is the hard part. I also have the visual fish mods, if you haven't noticed that already. So this is kind of nice for me to see what kind of fishes are out right now, so that, again, just one less thing I have to look up when it comes to the fishing bundle about, you know, when can I find this fish. So just kind of doing all these things. And again, we get the spring onions early energy, best thing in the game, until we unlock actual food. Actually, one item that I want to find, it doesn't look like it because I kind of went everywhere already, but carrots in spring that they added in the 1.6 update, they're honestly one of the best items in the game, because early game, correction, because they give you so much energy for so little time to be planted. I believe it takes 3 days. We'll confirm that when I hopefully find one. But alrighty, so it's 5 o'clock. Let's get heading back. I believe Caroline also likes horseradishes. I hope. I think that's right. I might just look that up real quick when I go past her. Actually, we could do that for Haley as well. Haley likes, I believe she likes dandelions. Because we don't want to look for, look, I know that it's in it's alphabetical. Yeah, dandelion she likes. But she does not like horseradish, I believe. Hash browns, yeah. Okay. Alright, so now we gotta find Caroline. I do have the NPC locator mod, cause come on guys. That should be a default thing in the game. Or maybe make it an item that you have to buy in the game. That's fine too. Cause I feel like that is one of those things where people are constantly looking at the wiki of where is this character? So alright, let's check her. Okay, it does tell me she likes war hash radish. So I'll give that to her. And again, yes, I do need that for a bundle by the looks of it, but hopefully we'll find more as time comes on. But now we will just kind of head to the beach and see if there's anything left to forage. Other than that, maybe I might eat some spring onions to just cut down some more trees and woods and kind of clear the area that I plan to grow crops in. Again, I don't really know the layout of this farm. Like I said before, this is one of the first farms that I ever picked, but I never really finished it. So I don't really know how I plan to lay out my entire farm. But again, that's a future problem I have to deal with, or when it happens. So, oh look, there's a dandelion here. So I have a debate of, oh, okay, never mind, I found 2. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna try to find Haley. Oh, I did get a silver there. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep the quality ones for now and try not to give them away. I do want to check north. Alright, here's another thing that you kind of can do that Stardew players do a lot. We take screenshots. You won't be able to see this, but I'm currently looking at my screenshot right now. Screenshots, when you take them in the game, it takes the whole entire picture of the area. And so this, I'm looking at it right now on a different screen, but you guys can't see it. But there is, I looked at my screenshot. And this is kind of a really cool way to find forageables really fast on your screen without having to walking around the entire area. So it's currently 7:20. I'm just going to go give this now to Haley, because again, like I said, we want to try to romance her. I don't think I talked to her yet. Ooh, that's a good point. Do I want to do that yet? Because I think it's fine. I think if we get a quest from Haley or Caroline, it's fine. Obviously, Caroline would be more ideal because we can get faster to her 2 hearts, but I want to give this to Haley. Does that count as me meeting her? It does. Okay, I was just curious. Okay, we can talk to her too. That's funny. I wasn't sure, but it's too late. So we will find out tomorrow if I just messed myself up. I guess we'll find that out. But something I saw on my screenshot was there is another dandelion, and it's all the way north up here. So again, this is why you kind of want to take screenshots here and there of your entire area, because it shows you, you have to look for them, but it shows you all the forageables that have spawned somewhere. So I noticed in my screenshot that there is a dandelion up here. So we can quickly grab that. And then we can just head on home, because I didn't see any other forageables for today. Again, people also do say, like, I believe forageables stay in their locations until Saturday. Saturday is the last day to get them all. and then you can kind of just wait till Sunday. Sunday is the day that resets everything. But for me, I just like doing forageables every single day, even though I know it's a waste of time, but not really if you use the screenshot kind of quote-unquote exploit to kind of find where all the forageables are. I feel like it's fine. So obviously if we forget, then you just do it on the Friday or Saturday, sorry, but put these all away in here. How are we on time? It's 9:30. Let's cut some trees down, because we're always gonna need more wood. It looks like we also have, oh, looks like we do have spring onions for a bundle. Is it 5 or 1? Oh, we leveled up. Oh yeah, so here's another thing that the game doesn't tell you, but every time you level up, the next day you are guaranteed 100% full energy. So we can kind of use this to our advantage. We can just basically exhaust ourselves, and tomorrow we're gonna start with full energy anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. So you know you're exhausted because you see the blue icon on top of your stamina bar. So that tells you that tomorrow, because you exhausted yourself, you actually do start at 50% energy. But again, like I said before, because we leveled up one of our skills, we're guaranteed 100% energy. So we can just use that to our advantage. And I'm just gonna essentially keep continuing to chop down some trees. I just killed one of my parsnips. God dang it! Okay, that's another. God dang, whatever. I hope that was a parsnip. Well, alright guys, I guess I just exploited myself, but whatever. Alright, we're just gonna take this tree and call it a day. Yeah, god dang it. That's why you never want to pause in front of your farm. And now the farm is uneven. I'm so sad. Oh. That warrants a reset of the day. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'll live with it. I'll be grumpy about it. That's what happens sometimes. Alright, so we got foraging. Today we should get our fishing poles from Willie. So fishing is one of those things I always tell my friends and family too, is that fishing sucks. And that you have to get fish is a very easy way to get soft locked out of the game. So I always tell everyone that when moment fishing is unlocked, you have to figure out what fishes you need for the bundles, because only certain fish spawn in certain seasons. Therefore, if you miss it in the first year, you have to wait till second year to come before you can finish the bundle. And honestly, they did buff the glittering boulder and stuff, but at the same time, it's not that great. That's the right way to put it. The reward for finishing the bundle is not that great. It's never really been great, but it's better, but it's still not that great. And tomorrow, it looks like one more thing, we're told we're guaranteed rain, but again, I already knew that because the first third of your new playthrough always, or the third of June or spring, whatever, it's always guaranteed rain. So we can do that. We're just gonna finish up. I think we can use majority of our energy on all these other things right now. We gotta go check the quest board, see if we get a quest from Caroline or Haley. So I'm gonna take this, put that away, and grab these. Alright, so, and we gotta go get our fishing pole. I immediately forgot about that. That's so funny. But yeah, again, you can easily use the screenshot to kind of find all these forageables, but I think like the bus area, I don't mind just walking up a little north. It's not completely min-max, but it's a way you can kind of do it, especially in large areas like right here. There's no quest yet, which kind of sucks, but I'm just gonna quickly do another screenshot to see if there is any forageables that have respawned in this area. So I'm looking, I currently do not see anything, so nothing spawned here, which is okay. So now again, now we know we don't really need to explore this area to a high degree, but let's go get a fishing pole. There's another funny, not really exploit, but a good to know thing about fishing that I will talk about the moment we get a fishing pole. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to fish, and there's gonna be a specific reason for that. So basically, the first fish that you catch in Stardew after getting the fishing pole is a guarantee. So tomorrow we know that it's going to rain, and what does that mean for spring? That means catfish. Catfish are notoriously one of the hardest fishes to catch in the early game, well actually game in general. So we're just gonna use our guaranteed fish to hopefully make it a catfish. That is the plan. So we're gonna pray that. I'm doing another screenshot. Let's see if there are any forageables here. And I do not. Oh, I do see a horseradish. Okay. All right. So, I guess we could try to get into the secret woods, but I don't think you can on the hilltops one because we have a bench and not an actual chair. I can check my house when I go back. Oh, there's a forageable hiding right there. That's funny. So yeah, we can kind of check that. I believe on this hilltop farm, they start you off a bench rather than a chair, and so you can't really use it to get to the secret woods quickly. But I could be wrong, because I believe I tried doing the bench a long time ago, but it just interacts kind of weird. So let's put everything away. Again, like I tell everyone, keep your inventory empty at all times. Okay, we don't even get a bench. It's not. That's nice. Dang, really? Hilltop doesn't get a bench at all? Alright, whatever. Alright, alrighty, so... we are going to... I did this in the wrong order, but it's fine. That's what Stardew Valley is. Again, totally not a not a min-max playthrough. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine for now. Until I complain about it later. So we're just going to go visit Caroline and Haley to give them the items for the day. So let's go do that quick. Jody's in the way. We will give the horseradish to Caroline because I believe she likes them. And we will give the dandelion to Haley because Haley doesn't really like horseradish, so that's why we would do it in this order. That's fine. So where is Haley? She's coming up right here. Hello girl, what's up? Yeah, they are made of plastic, but what's the problem with that? Alright, so that's good. Just gonna head to the mountains right now for more forageables that potentially may have spawned. But if not, we'll probably spend the rest of our day probably just chopping down trees. Because again, there's not really much we can do. We don't have any more money to buy any more crops. Again, I'm just gonna do a quick screenshot. See if there's anything worth grabbing. I see 2 forageables, but they are behind the border of the repairing man, so sadly I cannot get those. I mean, there is a way to use the scythe to get out of the map, but again, we're not gonna do that. The Stardew community is, in one word, insane that they find all these things. But yeah, essentially, if you have what the exploit is that if you have a scythe or a sword, when you swing, your character moves forward just a tad bit. So essentially what that means is that if you stay right next to a entryway that goes into a different area and you just night, if you slash or scythe constantly and your character moves forward, essentially they can get out of the map. And that's really funny that you can do that. And it's funny how he left that in the game because he's like, budget, who cares? But it's okay. I think we all agree that it is a lot of work though. I ain't gonna lie. It takes a lot longer than you think. Because I tried doing it here and there, and honestly, I just ran out of patience. So, but yeah, we're just gonna clear some area for our crops. Maybe I should go to, oh, it's a Tuesday, so Robin is at aerobics, but I'll probably end up, I don't want this shit here actually. Yeah, here. I probably should move my house further back before anything spawns behind me. Just so that I have more space to walk around in the front. Again, one of those things from 1.6 that we all wanted it, and it happened, and it's great. We get to move our house wherever we want. Of course, I didn't bring my scythe, so I failed the min-max again, but it's okay. It's okay. That's what we all tell ourselves, Stardew players. It's okay. When we know it's not okay. No, I actually did not check the beach to see if there are any new forageables, but oh, actually, let's see if we have 300 wood. We're nowhere near 300 wood. Because I was gonna say, if we're near 300 wood, we can repair the bridge to the other side. And the main reason you want to do that is because that gives you access to more forageables, and those are pretty, all those forageables are pretty much not needed until end game. So early game you can just sell all of them for a lot of money, so we're gonna try to do that. I remember why I went back to my chest, by the way. It was to grab food, and I didn't do that, so I'm dumb. Alrighty. Yeah, we're just gonna do some clearing. Oh, that's true. Why the hell don't I go to my fucking mine? I forgot that I have access to a mine. That's the whole point of the hilltop. It gives you access to a mine. Okay. Let's head over. Alright. Oh, such a good mod. And of course I don't have an acorn though. There you go. So that was the inventory mod. So I don't have to run all the way to my chest to put it away. I can just press one click of a button and everything gets put away. Such a good mod that should just become my default mod. Like I said, maybe they can make it like a power that you can get from a book, but it's like a book you can't get until like, I don't know, year 2. It's kind of weird, but I forgot to grab more food. Guys, I'm dumb. Okay, so it's not okay. Okay, we have to go back, man. I'm so sorry, guys. I forgot to grab more food because I'm dumb and I keep getting distracted. Gosh dang it, man. There's actually a lot of nodes right there. I'm actually surprised on how many there are. So let's go grab some stuff. It's 5:30 already, so the day is almost done. One more thing I did put on. Actually, no, I keep all that. Is that I did put monsters on at night. Again, why did I do it? Just mainly to inconvenience myself. That's about it, really. They don't really hurt that badly, but it's one of those things that makes it so that I don't stay up too late. It's funny when I put that option on for my friends and family, because they'll just be staring at chesses until like 1 AM and then go to bed. But with monsters on, obviously they can't really do that. So it's really funny for them. Or at least, well, correction. I laugh at them because they complain about it. But it's really funny. And keep everyone on their toes. That's all it is. and also forces them to stay inside their house. So I got the nodes. Starting to feel exhausted. I didn't level up in anything, so I gotta be careful here. Don't exhaust myself. We just want to grab copper nodes and stuff. And I didn't bring my hoe. God damn it. It's always the hoe, man. Energy. Alright. I hope it's not. Oh, perfect. I hope it's not the. For the bundle, I hope it's not the 10 spring onions. Well, by the time spring ends, we should definitely have more than 10. But if it is 10, it's just gonna annoy me because I just ate all my spring onions. But that's okay. Alright, so tomorrow it's guaranteed rain, which means we're just going to basically fish for money and all our energy. So we're just gonna prep for that. Put everything in here away. We'll grab this. How much time do I have? Enough time to head back to the mine and grab that floor-leaf clover. That is a mod that basically replaces the 3 squiggly lines that you can kind of dig up for artifacts. So if anyone's confused why there are 4-leaf clovers everywhere, that's the 3 little like lines that squiggle that you can dig up for artifacts and stuff. So, oh, I got coal. Okay, I'll take that. But yeah, so this day is pretty much done. There's not really much else I can really do. This is early Stardew, so just kind of chilling. We kind of look at the layout of the land. Yeah, I can see why this. Oh, was a slime. Hello, slime. We can see why this farm was kind of annoying to be one of the first farms to start with. You kind of need upgraded tools to basically navigate this entire area. But I feel like, I don't know, someone's probably done the math on how much actual space there is compared to the other maps, but that's okay. So we'll grab that. I don't know if I'm gonna bring food with me tomorrow either when we go fishing. Just because I might want the space for fish.